Entertainment Circle+Rebirth+Reading+Rich Family+Top Stream+Counterattack. This book is also called. After dressing up as a pitiful little girl in the entertainment industry, I went viral. Mine clearance. This book is relatively slow to become popular, and the male protagonist is not invincible at the beginning. The male lead is reborn through reading, while the female lead is skilled in mind reading, 1v1. After the death of actor Jiang Zhi, he was selected by the rebirth system. Qingzhou has crossed the mountains, and became the 996,524,143rd reborn person. One day, Cheng was shocked to discover that the youngest son of a billionaire who had been missing for many years had been found. After being reborn, Jiang Zhi discovered. In the entertainment industry, the original identity is just a female character. A rebellious god named Yen, who received a boxed lunch early on, is a big injustice. Counterattack the bully, rewrite the fate of canon fodder, and step by step become the most dazzling new star in the entertainment industry. The protagonist will create themselves through a series of channels such as variety shows, talent shows, TV dramas, and movies, ultimately becoming a god. Current branch lines. 1. Live streaming sales 2. At that moment, Heartbeat Love Reality Show. Chapter 01. Rebirth. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In August, the temperature in Licheng remained consistently high. Jiang Zhi was awakened by the heat, and when she woke up, her whole body seemed to have been washed with water. Where is this? Jiang Zhi suddenly sat up on the bed. Isn't he attending the award ceremony at the National Opera Awards? Why would I lie in a strange dormitory? Jiang Zhi looked around and found 4 beds in an area of about 15 square meters. His bed was located near the entrance. The dusk light slanted through the window, giving people a dreamlike feeling. Before he could figure out the situation, someone kicked open the door from outside. Hey, Jiang Zhi, you actually went on the hot search list with the national goddess Qiu Meilin. You're still at the top of the hot search list. You're going to be hot. The other person's tone carried a hint of gloating malice. Jiang Zhi remained silent. His 20 years of acting experience had honed his ability to handle things calmly, and he calmly looked at these unwelcome guests. At this moment, the young man with yellow hair standing at the door sarcastically said, "Zhou Kai, didn't you read the comments? Being scolded and trending is also considered popular." Zhou Kaichao raised his eyebrows and smiled mischievously behind him. "Old Lu, you don't understand this anymore. It's black, red, why is there a red letter?" After Zhou Kai finished speaking, the few people outside the door who were watching the excitement laughed back and forth. Jiang Zhiwu said, "I'm afraid these people are not sick." "Yes, these people are seriously ill." A voice suddenly rang out in Jiang Zhi's consciousness. Ding! Brother Jiang Zhi, hello. Congratulations on being selected by the Light Boat Over 10,000 Mountains Crossbook System. I am your customer service 76868. Your identity information in this life will be automatically stored in your Shihai later. If you have any other questions, you can use the spiritual power in Shihai to talk to me. Jiang Zhi. Wearing books. You're lying to children. We are not deceiving anyone, brother. In your past life, you fell to the ground and died at the award ceremony due to overwork. We have arranged a new life journey for you very thoughtfully. Jiang Zhi felt a bit overwhelmed, and it was quite sudden. At least he would wait until he received the award before hanging up. How could he die at the award ceremony? The society died as an adult. Jiang Zhi quickly accepted the fact of ontological death. Do I need to do anything? Well, brother, we will push you the tasks for this journey later. The system will reward you with a certain amount of points based on your completion. With these points, you can purchase rare items at the Redemption Mall. Jiang Zhi. Exchange Mall. Rare items. Yes, if you use your mental power to search for a mall, the redemption interface will appear. Jiang Zhi tried to search and the shopping mall interface immediately appeared in Shanghai. However, what kind of ghosts are all these in the mall? Sleep in seconds. 100 points. The charming 8-pack abs. 100 points. Baldness cure. 100 points. The system is about to officially start. Customer service 76,868 wishes you a pleasant journey, Jumi. At the moment when the doll's voice disappeared, Jiang Zhi felt his sea of consciousness suddenly open up. The question of who I am, where I come from, and where I am going in this life suddenly has an answer. In this lifetime, he traveled to the world of a novel called, after becoming popular in the entertainment industry, The Bosses Were Jealous of Me, and his original name was also Jiang Zhi. This novel tells the story of the female protagonist Qiu Meilin, who grew from a domestic entertainment company known as Little Transparent to a generation of movie queens, and finally achieved a fruitful career and love. The original owner can't even be considered a male supporting character in the story. To put it more accurately, he's just a big loser who received a boxed lunch early. According to the book, his boxed lunch was delivered tonight. Jiang Zhi in this world is an orphan, with a solitary and articulate personality since childhood. After graduating from high school, he relied on setting up a stall to make a living. 20 years old was a turning point in his life. Due to her tall and handsome appearance, Jiang Zhi was caught in a short video taken by passers-by while setting up a stall in the night market and posted online. Unexpectedly, this video became popular, and Jiang Zhi became a well-known internet celebrity in the night market. Not long after, Jiang Zhi was poached by one of the top film and television agencies in Licheng. However, Jiang Zhi's situation in the company is not good. He, who has no background and some social anxiety, has become the target of bullying and ridicule among the trainees. By chance, he was selected by the director in the audition for the new drama, Sword Comes, and played a small role. The assassin Li Mu. The more than half a year of filming was the most brilliant time of his short life, but it was also the beginning of his tragic life. On the set, he met the female protagonist of this drama. The national goddess Qiu Meilin, who, like his character Li Mu, delicately loved her. It is also because of this love that Jiang Zhi, who has always been shy, took the initiative to seek advice on acting skills from the actors and directors on the set, silently working hard, hoping to one day stand side by side with the person she likes. However, what Jiang Zhi didn't know was that his goddess was talking about an underground romance with the male protagonist, the popular student Lu Yanxi, who was playing together at the time. During the filming of Sword Comes, Lu Yanxi always ran to another production team due to his involvement in the drama. He ran and shared some gossip with the female actors from another production team. After learning about it, Qiu Meilin repeatedly used Jiang Zhi to stimulate Lu Yanxi. Shortly after the filming was completed, a paparazzi posted on Weibo a video of Qiu Meilin and Jiang Zhi behaving intimately in an underground garage, causing Jiang Zhi to be exposed online. At the end of the information, it is written that Jiang Zhi seems to have been abandoned by the whole world. People who like him suspect that he is crazy about wanting to become popular, so he secretly took photos with paparazzi. He was asked by the company to use this wave of traffic to hype up, and was bullied by other trainees that night. Jiang Zhi jumped down from the dormitory building alone, ending his young life. No one cares about the life or death of a cannon fodder. The news of Jiang Zhi's suicide only briefly appeared online and was immediately overwhelmed by a variety of entertainment news. In the end, people only remember that the newly crowned national goddess Qiu Meilin rose to fame through the short drama, Sword Comes, and thus embarked on the path of dominating the entertainment industry. After receiving the original identity information, Jiang Zhi received the system task. Wish list. The task information is a voice message. I hope that one day, I can also become an actor and the brightest star through my own efforts, so that my biological parents may see me and recognize me. Number 34, I once had a crush on a girl who was beautiful and gentle, but I knew she was an unreachable star. If there is still an afterlife, I want to love passionately once. Number 34, actually, I really love this world very much. This is the voice of Jiang Zhi. So, the system task is to fulfill Jiang Zhi's wish. Before Jiang Zhi could finish digesting the task information, a familiar BGM, Good Luck comes, and a gold dot-plated box suddenly appeared in his mind, with the words, Blind Box, written on it. There is a small line of instructions attached to the bottom right corner of the box. Click to obtain a randomly hidden identity. Jiang Zhi thought to himself. Randomly hide identity. Shouldn't it be a pit, right? Chapter 02. Smash Abuse. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Staring at the box, Jiang Zhi hesitated for a few seconds before finally choosing to use his mental power to open the blind box. At the moment he opened the blind box, the music of Good Luck Comes came to a sudden halt, and a cannon saluted in his mind. A golden identity card burst out of the blind box. A real young master who has been lost in a wealthy family for many years, I turned out to be a group pet. Can this name be more rustic? But it's not unacceptable either. In his past life, he received some notebooks handed over by directors, such as those with similar plots, and he had seen many of them. However, he himself has never acted before. Jiang Zhi suddenly looked forward to the next story. Jiang Zhi regained his senses and found that the few people just now were still standing at the door. Perhaps because Jiang Zhi didn't react much to their mockery, the expression on the leader's face became very ugly. Jiang Zhi remembered that this person's name was Zhou Kai. He usually takes pleasure in bullying his original body and is the one who takes the lead in bullying his original body. Who said bullying is only physical bullying? Zhou Kai's verbal abuse today was the last snowflake that caused his original suicide. Seeing Jiang Zhi's cold and even somewhat supernatural expression on his face, Zhou Kai felt very unhappy, or perhaps he had been unhappy with Jiang Zhi for a long time. How could this annoying kid in front of me be easily targeted by the company? Just because he has a good set of skin bags. It's just a stinky stall vendor. How could such a person be paired with them to stay in the same company? It's really a drop in price. So he teamed up with Lao Lu to isolate Jiang Zhi in the trainees, and sometimes even secretly tripped her. Jiang Zhi's pain was his source of happiness. However, what made his heart even more unbalanced was that a year ago, renowned director Chen Wangdao went to the company for audition for the short drama Sword Comes and unexpectedly fell in love with Jiang Zhi due to her beauty. This is too unfair. A stinky stall owner who can even play with popular newcomer Lu Yanxi and the newly promoted national goddess Qiu Meilin. Fortunately, the heavens have eyes. Just the day before the broadcast of Sword Comes, this kid was scolded and became a hot topic. With the release of Qiu Meilin's studio statement and the uncovering of various black materials before Jiang Zhi's debut, netizens believe that it is Jiang Zhi's toad who wants to eat swan meat, and online abuse continues. Zhou Kai gave Huang Mao a malicious look, and Huang Mao immediately understood. He pretended to be concerned and shouted, "Jiang Zhi, you haven't been to the internet cafe yet. I advise you not to look at your phone, as people online are cursing you. Some netizens also advise you to jump off the building, but you must not jump. If you jump, our brothers will have to collect your body for you. That's right, if you jump off this building, how unlucky it will be for us to return to the dormitory every day in the future," the person next to agreed. Hey, if you ask me, he wouldn't jump off a building. Some people have thicker skin than pig skin. Jiang Zhi was infuriated and laughed at by these people. He got out of bed and looked at them with a smile on his face, with a hint of icy coldness in his eyes. The instigator subjectively has the intention to commit murder, but objectively commits the act of instigating others to commit suicide, and should be punished for intentional homicide. If you want to go to prison, please continue. A few people were stunned at Jiang Zhi's words and didn't realize what he was saying for a moment. They only felt that Jiang Zhi seemed different. He was standing in front of them right now, but there was no sign of cowardice or inferiority on his body. And his indifferent gaze swept over as if he was looking at a group of clowns jumping over the bridge. Zhou Kai was suddenly angered. A stinky vendor, how dare he look at him with such eyes? He must ruin his annoying face today. Zhou Kai raised his right hand with a grim expression and fiercely smashed it at Jiang Zhi's face. Just as his fist was about to hit his face, Jiang Zhi quickly dodged the attack, grabbed Zhou Kai's fist with his left hand, and swiftly lifted the opponent's head with his right hand. In the blink of an eye, Zhou Kai fell to the ground, unable to move. As he landed on his back, Zhou Kai took a deep breath of cold air in pain, but didn't forget to ask the others to continue. "Huang Mao, why are you fooling me?" As soon as the words fell, Jiang Zhi's left hand tightened a bit, and Zhou Kai immediately screamed in pain. "Kai Gu, I'm going to move reinforcements for you." Huang Mao, who was named, saw the situation and pulled other people to run away. He went up and down the yarn, and Jiang Zhigang's quick and sharp action just finished the fight was obvious. He had already practiced it, and 36 tricks were the best strategy. Watching Huang Mao and others flee in despair, Jiang Zhi raised his lips in disappointment. He had just started the warm-up battle and it ended prematurely, boring. In my past life, I learned northern-style kung fu through filming, and surprisingly, it came into use so quickly in this world. It's really amazing that my skills are not overwhelming. Next, Jiang Zhi threw Zhou Kai outside the door like throwing garbage, holding on to his collar. It's best not to appear in front of me in the future, otherwise I'll see you once and hit you once, understand? Standing in the hallway, there were groups of people eating melons in groups of 3 or 2, and watching Zhou Kai lying on the ground eating crumpled food, their chins were all startled. Zhou Kai is used to bullying and humiliating the younger generation among trainees, and many people can't bear it. It's just because Zhou Kai has a relative from a senior executive in the company, so no one dares to resist him privately, and no one dares to act as a hero. But just now, Jiang Zhi actually threw Zhou Kai out. Is he still the person they remember as weak enough for anyone to step on? In addition to being shocked, these people secretly cheered in their hearts, and with quick eyes and quick hands, they quietly captured the scene and sent it to the WeChat group. Zhou Kai awkwardly got up from the ground and glared fiercely at the onlookers. "Get out. Get out of here." His expression was very frightening, as if he was going to eat people. Zhou Kai clenched his fist and swore that the shame he had suffered today would be repaid thousands of times in the future. Chapter 03. Termination of Contract. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After Feige took out a document, everyone looked at Jiang Zhi tacitly. The company has always regarded supporting the growth of artists as its core goal in artist management, adhering to the principles of fair competition, mutual benefit and trust. During the performance of the contract, Jiang Zhi did not spare any feathers. There have been multiple instances of underperformance, resulting in the delayed broadcast of the new drama, Sword Comes, due to personal behavior, causing negative public opinion online and affecting the company's reputation, leading to serious losses. During this period, Jiang Zhi not only did not reflect deeply, but also engaged in a vicious incident of bullying contemporaneous trainees. After discussion by the company's board of directors, it has been decided to officially terminate the employment relationship with its artist Jiang Zhi from today on. Deducting the portion of the company's profits during his tenure, he is also required to compensate the company for an economic loss of 1 million yuan. Faced with such a dismissal statement, Jiang Zhi was not surprised. The entertainment industry is like this, not distinguishing between black and white, only looking at benefits. The company will not waste energy investigating the truth of the matter. They only value the results, and the current result is that Jiang Zhi has been hacked by the entire network. For companies, instead of spending money to whitewash an artist whose reputation has collapsed and been criticized by the entire internet before officially debuting, it is better to take the opportunity to discard him and explore new stars. It should be noted that the entertainment industry never lacks fresh blood. Jiang Zhi signed his name on the termination agreement without hesitation. From this moment on, he is no longer a trainee in the company. It's just him. His name is Jiang Zhi. When Zhou Kai and his companions heard the company's decision, their faces were filled with a mischievous smile of success. From today on, Jiang Zhi is just an ordinary person burdened with debt. And they, each with a brilliant star path, have an unlimited future. Imagining that Jiang Zhi would live a life of invisibility like ants in the future, Zhou Kai felt very relieved. Dare to fight him. I don't even think about who his backend is. Not everyone is as lucky as him. There is an uncle who lives in the top of an entertainment company. Zhou Kai shouted without any hesitation at this moment, what do you think Jiang Zhi will do after leaving the company? 1 million is not a small amount for someone like him. Huang Mao and others were working hard to build a fire on the side. How else can we live, of course, by continuing to set up stalls? How much money can one earn by setting up a stall? Kai's dog earns more pocket money than he does in a month. Haha, Jiang Zhi, why don't you go to Kai Ji's house and become a dog? It not only solves the problem of food and accommodation, but also provides pocket money. You're not right about that. Jiang Zhi doesn't deserve it. Our Kai Gu family dog is a Bosnian Shepherd dog. Kai was extremely angry after hearing these people's words and wanted to go and argue with them, but was stopped by Jiang Zhi on the side. Jiang Zhicheng shook his head and said, don't pay attention to what these people say. If you're angry, it means their goals have been achieved. He cannot let Kai and Zhou Kai have a conflict. He is about to leave the company, but Kai will continue to live here. If Kai offends these people for his sake at this moment, he will definitely become the next Jiang Zhi. Let's go, Kai, help me pack my luggage. Since the contract with the company has been terminated, Jiang Zhi is not qualified to continue living here. Although the company did not specify which day it was necessary to move out, it was a good thing for Jiang Zhi to leave this troubled area early. There aren't many things belonging to Jiang Zhi in the dormitory. A few clothes, a few pairs of shoes, and one photo. This photo is a final shoot by the crew of Sword Comes, with Jiang Zhi standing at the edge of the last row. In the photo, Jiang Zhi's gaze was not on the camera, but on the girl holding flowers in the middle of the first row. Oh, I have been deeply disappointed since ancient times. Jiang Zhi gave a self-deprecating smile and casually threw the photo into the trash can. After seeing it, Kai was shocked and said, brother. That's your most precious photo. Jiang Zhi shook his head and said, not now. Kai clenched her hands with increasing concern after hearing this. It seems that brother has still been stimulated. In the reluctant gaze of Kai, Jiang Zhi leisurely walked out of the company, pulling his suitcase. From now on, the journey in the world is long, and this damn company will never be seen again. Chapter 04. Grandfather. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jiang Zhi dragged his suitcase to a street lamp in the distance, feeling the only 100 yuan bill in his pocket and lost in thought. Just now, I didn't look back, I was very handsome and carefree. After drawing a clear line with his predecessor, except for the 1 million, he will start his own life. However, 1 penny cannot defeat a hero. Before finding family, becoming the top stream, and falling in love, does he have to find a job first? Late at night, the Jiang family's old house was brightly lit. Uncle Jiang, the butler, is commanding his subordinates to clean the room and courtyard in an orderly manner. At the same time, outside the old house, a luxury car drove rapidly and stopped at the entrance. The car door opened, and a girl with a bun-shaped hair helped the old man slowly get out of the car. Grandpa, you've been on a plane for over 20 hours. Why don't you take a break when you get home? If you're tired, you won't be able to pick up your brother in person, Jiang Tang said coquettishly. Jiang Zhiming listened to his granddaughter's words and became no longer stubborn. In the old house, Uncle Jiang suddenly heard the voice of his little ancestor coming from outside the door and hurried to the door to greet him. "My miss, didn't you say the plane landed at 6 o'clock? It's only 12 o'clock now, and you're bringing the old man back from abroad." Jiang Tang sneered helplessly and said, "It's not because of Grandpa. In order to pick up my brother earlier, I changed the flight at the last minute." Seeing Uncle Jiang still looking behind them, Jiang Tang explained, "There's no one left at this moment because there isn't enough space. My parents and they arrived in Licheng as planned. By the way, Uncle Jiang, where is my brother now?" Jiang Tang asked as he walked. Uncle Jiang opened the huge projection on the west wall of the first floor and said, "If you're talking to Miss, the young master is currently contemplating life under the street lamp in front of building 32 on Kongping Road. Ginger sugar." Uncle Jiang continued, "The old man instructed me on the phone not to disturb the young master for now, but for the safety of the young master's life, I sent 2 skilled men to follow him not far away. For the convenience of reporting, those 2 men opened a live video." Jiang Zhiming stared at the figure on the screen without moving his eyes, and his little grandson finally found it. "Sugar, let's go pick up your brother now." Jiang Zhiming's voice choked up. Asterisk here, the result of Jiang Zhi's life planning is to first find a 24-hour convenience store to eat instant noodles. "With my current savings, I can't afford to stay in a hotel. Let's fill my stomach first." Jiang Zhi quickly found a convenience store nearby, and the staff only looked up impatiently at Jiang Zhi when he paid in cash. After making the change, they continued to bury their heads in Weibo and eat melons. Little did they know that the melon owner was sitting at the door by the window, squinting his eyes and enjoying his first meal after being reborn, holding the soaked noodles. Jiang's current appearance is slightly different from the photos online. It's strange to be recognized. The wild growth of bangs almost covered the entire, successfully sealing off the sky-defying beauty. Looking at Jiang Zhi's attire again, the washed white short sleeves, dark gray shorts, and some lacquered sandals all convey the same message to the owner. "I am very poor." Late at night, outside the large floor-to-ceiling glass window, warm yellow street lights stood quietly. When Jiang Zhiming got off the car, he saw his little grandson eating a bowl of instant noodles with relish. In the end, he even looked up and drank the soup upside down, with an expression of still wanting more. This scene made Jiang Zhiming feel even more distressed. Jiang Tang also blushed on the side, sobbing, "Brother is too pitiful." At the convenience store, Jiang Zhi finished his last sip of noodle soup and stretched comfortably. "Or maybe you're feeling shy and really want another bowl." Jiang Zhi's gaze turned and he suddenly noticed an old man and a young man standing not far from the glass window, both of whom were staring at the instant noodle box in his hand with tears in their eyes. Jiang Zhi. What puzzled him even more was that upon realizing his gaze, the little one cried even more fiercely. Jiang was stunned. They didn't have the money to buy food either. "Doesn't it look like it?" Just as he got up and walked to the shelf, ready to do good every day, a petite figure rushed towards him. "Woo-woo, brother. Brother, let's go home for dinner." Jiang Tang tightly hugged the man in front of her, and finally saw her brother. Jiang Zhi gently pulled apart the other person and asked with a serious expression, "Are you my sister?" Jiang Tang sniffed and choked, I'm your sister. If you don't believe me, ask Grandpa." Jiang Zhi saw the old man walking quickly towards him just now, his eyes moist and his expression excited. "At the very least, it has been 18 years and we have finally found you." Jiang Zhi frowned and said, "Dare you think this is the hidden plot he opened before? Has the legendary wealthy family come to find him?" Seeing Jiang Zhi's puzzled expression, Jiang Zhiming tried to restrain his excitement and explained, 18 years ago, you were only 3 years old. At that time, you loved to go to the fish market to see fish the most. One day, your grandmother and I took you to a small stall in the fish market to catch fish for you, and in a blink of an eye, you disappeared." Jiang Zhi said this with regret in his eyes. There were so many people in the fish market, I should have been holding your hand at that time. We searched in Liqing for 3 days and 3 nights, asked everyone who had been to the fish market, but we couldn't find your trace. Later, we searched in the neighboring city, went to the farthest city. For 18 years, we have never given up on finding you. God has eyes, and finally we have you back by our side. Xiaozhi, would you like to call me Grandpa again? Watching the old man's guilty and compassionate gaze, Jiang Zhi was somewhat moved in her heart. He approached and held the old man's trembling hand, gently shouting, Grandpa. Jiang Zhi held Jiang Zhi's hand in the opposite direction and excitedly said a few good words one after another. Watching the grandfather and grandson recognize each other, Jiang Tang was extremely anxious. She leaned over to Jiang Zhi and said, Brother, can you take a look at me? My name is Jiang Tang, and I am your sister. Jiang Zhi was so adorable by the girl in front of him, it's not bad to have such a quirky little sister. Sitting in the car back to Jiang's old house, Jiang Zhi hesitated and looked at his grandfather and grandson. After a while, Jiang Zhi said, We don't need to do a paternity test or something. Jiang Tang leaned over from the passenger seat and carefully looked at his brother's eyebrows and eyes. Brother, do you know how we found you? We saw your photo online. The moment we saw the photo, we confirmed that you were my brother. Your face is exactly the same as your father's when he was young, even the mole under the left eyebrow is the same. Later we checked your information, and everything is right for your age. Jiang Zhi. So, can he also be considered a blessing in disguise? Jiang Zhi pondered for a moment before smiling and looking at Jiang Zhi. Xiaozhi, if you're not confident, we'll do a parent.child test tomorrow when your parents come. If the results come out, you can stay by our side with peace of mind. Jiang Zhi. Thank you, Grandpa. The car drove all the way through densely packed high-rise buildings, and then passed through a group of low-rise villas. Looking around, across from the vast lotus pond, a quaint Chinese-style courtyard stands quietly among the emerald bamboo forests. Jiang Tang excitedly pointed to the huge mansion in front and shouted. Brother, look. We're home now. Chapter 05. Zhang's Mansion. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. When the car arrived at the old house, Uncle Jiang was already waiting respectfully outside the door with everyone. When Jiang Zhi got off the car, he only heard a few bangs, and countless fireworks bloomed from above, creating a festive scene. Brother, welcome home. With Jiang Tang's eyes gesturing, more than 20 people at the door shouted eagerly in unison. Welcome, young master. Welcome, young master. Welcome, young master. Jiang Zhi's face looked shocked. Who am I? Where am I? What am I going to do? Jiang Zhi smiled and said, This is the welcome ceremony prepared by Tang Tang for you. These fireworks have been carefully selected by Tang Tang. Thank you, sister. Jiang Zhi looked at Jiang Tang with some emotion. Jiang Tang shook her head and pretended to be unhappy, saying, Brother, if you keep being so polite to me, I'll really be angry. Watching his younger sister look like an angry rabbit at this moment, Jiang couldn't help but smile. Old man, it's late at night. It's time for you and the young masters and ladies to rest. Let's hurry inside. At Uncle Jiang's reminder, Jiang Zhi followed his grandfather into the old house. The old house has a touch of classical garden charm. Crossing the gate, there is a large entrance garden in front of you. The garden is lush with pine trees, blooming with flowers in a pleasant aroma. Crossing the second entrance, to the right is a wind and rain corridor. From a distance, at the end of the corridor, pavilions and water pavilions, rockeries and flying eaves form another garden. On the left side, according to Uncle Jiang, it is the location of the garage and servant room. In front of me is the courtyard connecting the main house, which, compared to the entrance garden, features a new Chinese style with every blade of grass and every tree. The main house has 3 floors, and the living room on the first floor is about 6 meters high. The entire room is dominated by mahogany and complemented by rough jade-colored marble. In the center of the roof, there is a huge crystal pendant lamp, and the panoramic French window will provide a panoramic view of the natural landscape in the garden. When filming in his past life, Jiang Zhi also stayed in the luxurious mansion arranged by the crew. So, at this moment, in the face of this towering wealth, he can basically maintain his surface composure. However, in the eyes of Jiang Zhiming, who was unaware of the truth, this child was really good. He was calm and composed, and had the demeanor of his youth. Xiaozhi, rest early and wait for your parents' return tomorrow morning to give you a detailed introduction to the situation at home. Jiang Zhiming patted his grandson's back with satisfaction and returned to the bedroom with the help of Uncle Jiang. Jiang Zhi, guided by Jiang Tang, took the elevator to the 3rd floor room. This entire floor is his space, including a bedroom, dressing room, bathroom, study, gym, and an outdoor balcony. The decoration on this floor highlights the organic fusion of modern technology and Chinese elegance, and all the furniture is brand new. In the cloakroom, there are various valuable new men's clothing, as well as precious accessories such as backpacks, sunglasses, watches, bracelets, necklaces, etc. These delicate decorations are all telling Jiang Zhi that the Jiang family really cares about him. Before going to bed, Jiang Zhi took a comfortable bath in the bathtub. However, floating rose petals in the bathtub should also be his sister's masterpiece. Coming out of the bathtub, Jiang Zhi wiped away the mist on the mirror while wiping her hair. In no time, a strange and delicate face appeared in sight. The bangs in front of the forehead were lifted, revealing a thin and sharp facial shape. Under the sword eyebrows, there were a pair of beautiful and charming phoenix eyes, with their tails slightly downward and long curly eyelashes. Perhaps because I just took a shower, my eyes looked lazy and indifferent. Looking at her almost perfect facial features in the mirror, Jiang Zhi suddenly understood why her original body was recruited by an entertainment company due to her appearance. Entering the bedroom, Jiang Zhi saw an unopened mobile phone and a phone card placed by the bedside. It seems to be also prepared for him. The previous number can no longer be used after opening the new phone and downloading some commonly used software. Jiang Zhi selectively migrated the data from the old phone. After registering on WeChat and Weibo, Jiang Zhi lay on a soft bed ready to go to the online melon field to eat his own melon for a while. However, when he clicked on Weibo, he found that the online world was peaceful and beautiful. All hot searches related to him have been removed, and related hyperlinks and entries cannot be found. All negative reviews have also been cleared. Jiang Zhi. Is this the ability of money? The next morning, Jiang Zhi slept until she woke up naturally. When he was washing up upstairs, Mr. Jiang and his parents were sitting in the living room drinking tea. Jiang's father, mother, and others have just returned from the airport. Although they are having morning tea, their gaze is constantly on the 3rd floor. Mr. Jiang smiled and remained silent, just continuing to enjoy his tea calmly. He already saw his precious grandson last night. On the 3rd floor, Jiang Zhi found a simple black T-shirt from the wardrobe, paired with a pair of off-white work shorts, which looked casual and refreshing. Jiang's mother Shen Pingping looked at the tall and handsome young man walking out of the elevator, her gentle eyes filled with tears. She has grown so tall since she was young. Jiang Zhiming waved at Jiang Zhi, gesturing for him to sit next to him. Xiaozhi, this is your parents. They rushed back from abroad as soon as they heard about you. Under the excited and expectant gaze of the people across from him, Jiang Zhi stood up and softly said, "Mom and Dad, I'm back." Jiang's mother's tears were like broken beads upon hearing this, and she felt extremely happy and sad at the moment. Fortunately, her son finally returned to her side. Unfortunately, in the past 18 years, her son has suffered countless hardships, yet she has not been by his side. Jiang's father comforted his wife while looking lovingly at his son, saying, "It's good to come back, it's good to come back." Ding! Congratulations on completing the reunion of Jiang Zhi's wish, and the reward points have been credited to your account. Suddenly hearing the sound of the system, Jiang Zhi, who was still immersed in family affection, was somewhat stunned. Wait, does the system mean he has already completed his first wish? Just, quite suddenly during the process of chatting with them, Jiang Zhi roughly understood the basic situation of the Jiang family. Jiang's enterprise is one of the top 100 enterprises in China, and its industry is now spread throughout the country. In recent years, its overseas business has also been doing better and better. Jiang Zhi's elder brother holds important positions in the military, his second brother is a national high-tech talent, and his third sister is now the president of the Jiang Group. The business abroad is temporarily managed by my parents. Little girl Jiang Tang is actually a powerful figure. She is a well-known game and comic blogger with millions of fans, and also has her own Chinese-style brand under her name. Jiang Zhi was amazed, the configuration of this family is also too incredible. Chapter 06. Gifts. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At the end of this conversation, Jiang Zhi received a meeting gift from his relatives. Jiang Zhiming asked the butler to bring a stack of documents and pointed to the contents, saying, "When you were born, your grandfather founded Jiangzhi Real Estate in your name. Now that you have returned, these things will be handed over to you." Jiang Zhi took a thick stack of documents, roughly flipped through them, and found that in addition to Jiangzhi Real Estate, which had a brand value of over 100 million yuan, there were also detailed information about hundreds of properties. These properties not only include the Jiang family's old house worth 100 million yuan, but also several real estate developments in core commercial areas across the country. Jiang's father also took out a document and said with a friendly smile, "Your mother chose it. Take a look, do you like it?" Jiang Zhi brought it over and saw what kind of godly parents they were. They actually bought an island for him overseas. At this point, Jiang Tang also showed Jiang Zhi an electronic version of the equity transfer contract. His CEO's sister actually transferred the shares of New Star Entertainment, the most impressive entertainment company in Licheng, to him. That is to say, from today on, he will be the largest shareholder of New Star Entertainment. Jiang Zhi was somewhat shocked. Is it true that these people in front of him treat him well without reservation, and this is blood and family affection? Jiang Zhenming coughed lightly and looked at Jiang Zhi more affectionately. "Xiaozhi, if you have any other wishes or needs, please let them out. Your parents, brothers, and sisters, I will do everything we can to help you achieve them." Jiang Zhi pondered for a while, then curved his lips and smiled, "I hope that our family can always be together." Due to the protection of Jiang Zhi, the Jiang family has not disclosed any information to the public for the time being. Jiang's mother and father agreed to choose a special day to hold a grand banquet for their son and solemnly inform everyone that their precious son has returned. During lunch, the vegetables in the ginger bowl get higher and higher, Jiang's mother. "Woo woo woo woo, my Aji has become skinny and bony. Eat more meat to make up for it." Jiang's father glanced at Jiang's mother and silently picked up vegetables for his son. "Mr. Jiang. Last night, this child was so hungry that he even ate instant noodles. From now on, Grandpa will definitely not let you go hungry. Ginger candy. Hiccup. The food today is so sumptuous." Due to business reasons, Jiang Zhi's parents left reluctantly after lunch. Before leaving, Jiang's mother Shen Pingping handed her son a bank card, saying that it was the pocket money she had saved for Jiang Zhi from childhood to adulthood. It feels great to have parents. In the afternoon, Jiang Zhi lazily lay on the sleeping chair on the outdoor balcony, looking at the magnificent scenery of the lotus pond in the distance, feeling a peaceful time. He checked the points and currently has 65 points, which will soon be redeemed for the instant sleep function. However, it seems that he hasn't had much insomnia before. This feature is currently not very useful to him. Asterisk I only told my only friend Kai about the change of Jiang Zhi's account. Kai is like a small announcer, telling him about the company's affairs on WeChat whenever he has time. Brother, everyone in the company is rumored that the investors of Sword Comes left the control review last night, and now there is no black material online. Congratulations on landing safely from the forefront of the storm. However, the group of people online are also too brainless, just relying on a picture or screenshot to curse. There are also those unscrupulous marketing accounts that can do anything for money plus angry expressions. Brother, where do you live now? I heard that if you rent a house outside, you need to pay a deposit of 1 to 3. I still have some money on me to give you in case of emergency. Although you have terminated your contract with the company, you can still try your luck with other entertainment companies. If it still doesn't work, why don't you try live streaming? I saw a live streamer online before, and he paid off his debts in less than a year by selling goods in the live streaming room every day. It's time for training, let's go. Brother. At the friendly reminder of his friend Kai, Jiang Zhi suddenly remembered that he was still carrying a debt of 1 million yuan. He took out the bank card given by his mother from his left pocket and bound it to his mobile banking in minutes. Jiang Zhi is quite curious, how much pocket money can he have from childhood to adulthood? At the moment of opening the balance, Jiang Zhi was hit by countless zeros behind 2 in his soul. Great, 200 million. Pay off the debt, there are 199 million left. So, Jiang Zhi lay flat on the sleeping chair, and he thought he could lie even flatter in the future. Jiang Zhi was completely unaware that his lazy posture was a different look in the eyes of his sister Jiang Tang. The man in front of him lay dejectedly on the sleeping chair, quietly gazing at the distant lotus pond, with a hint of confusion and sadness in his eyes. Suddenly, he chuckled self-deprecatingly and sighed as he closed his eyes. Jiang Tang stood in place with a solemn expression. Is brother still feeling sad about things online? Brother loves filming so much, but now it's no different from quitting the industry. Brother must be very discouraged. No, she needs to find a way to cheer her brother up. If Jiang Zhi knew what was going on in his sister's little brain at the moment, he would definitely tell her that he was just dozing off. As a well-behaved and charming younger sister, Jiang Tang was very understanding and did not step forward to interrupt her brother's sadness, nor did she poke his brother's disguise in front of his grandfather during dinner. After dinner, in the study on the 3rd floor, Jiang Tang sat in front of Jiang Zhi with a few pages of a project proposal in her hand, feeling miserable. Brother. Jianghu is in urgent need. Jiang Zhi's gaze shifted from the book and he looked indulgently at his own sister. What's wrong? Jiang Tang began to open his eyes and talk nonsense. It's like this. Brother also knows that I founded a small brand, and next month is the new product launch event, but he hasn't found a suitable spokesperson yet. Brother, your appearance and temperament are very much in line with the theme of this episode. You are simply the chosen person, so can you help me take a promotional video or photo? Jiang Zhi frowned upon hearing this and said, are you sure you want me to be your spokesperson? A trainee who has been acting for half a year and is still a layman after returning. Oh, by the way, I just experienced a complete online blackout yesterday. Jiang Tang nodded solemnly and said, definitely and definitely. Brother, don't underestimate yourself just because of online news. In my eyes, you are the most handsome person in the world. Chapter 07. Comics. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Seeing that his younger sister didn't seem to be acting around, Jiang Zhi finally agreed to her request. In fact, with the removal of scandalous gossip, netizens are happily eating melons in the fresh gossip of other celebrities. Not long after, Jiang Zhi and his so-called scandalous rumors were all forgotten by people. In the following week, besides playing chess and admiring fish with his grandfather every day, Jiang Zhi spent the rest of his time in the study, focusing on studying Jiang Tang's comics. Because the new brand theme, Fox, is taken from the designer's manga of the same name. The manga, Fox, tells the fantastic adventure story of a human girl named Io who accidentally rescued a fox boy named Tu Shanai while searching for her brother. Tu Shanai, in order to repay her kindness, follows Io on a family search journey. The original intention of Jiang Tang's drawing of this comic is actually to hope that he can also recognize his brother like Io in the end. Later, after being serialized online, the manga gained the love of countless readers. After graduating from university, when Jiang Tang started his business, he designed a series of Chinese cultural and creative products, including clothing and accessories, based on the story of Io and Tu Shanai. The theme promotional video mainly shoots adult Io and Tushani, with wedding scenes. According to Jiang Tang, the reason for presenting the daily life of the comic protagonist after marriage through video is actually to help book fans fulfill their dreams. However, in Jiang Zhi's opinion, it is best not to easily turn comics and novels into movies and television. He remembers a few popular novel IPs that ended up being shot like dog poop. Fans, in order to protect their own brother, threw the blame onto the director and screenwriter. In the end, the director and screenwriter threw the blame onto the audience. It's because you don't understand artistic creation. I don't know if the short film my sister is about to shoot is a dream or a nightmare for book fans. The sun rises and the moon sets, and in the blink of an eye, a week has passed. Today is the day for flat photography. Jiang Zhi got up very early and waited for Jiang Tang to come downstairs while drinking tea with his grandfather in the small garden. After packing up, Jiang Tang yawned and moved towards his brother's position with some resentment. The schedule stated that the shooting time was 10 o'clock in the morning, but her brother urged her to wake up before 9 o'clock, and she was really sleepy now. In the garden, Jiang Zhi looked at his sister's solemn expression as a laborer and kindly reminded her that there were only 10 minutes left for breakfast. So, under the supervision of Jiang Zhi, the two of them arrived at the company at 9:30. After taking Jiang Zhi to the dressing room, Jiang Tang briefly explained to the staff before going to the meeting. After Jiang Tang left, the WeChat group of the makeup group instantly exploded. Just now, Xiaotang always said that she brought Tu Shanai over to us. Is that the man sitting now? He's so handsome, so handsome, so handsome, sleeping slot. Isn't this Tu Shanai himself? I really like his eyes. Is this deer eye or fox eye? It looks a bit familiar, it seems like I've seen it somewhere before. This appearance shouldn't be ordinary, right? What is his relationship with our Candy always like? He wants to knock it off. Sisters, I am responsible for making up today. Nobody wants to compete with me. Jiang Zhi sat on the sofa, looking down at her phone. The arrangement states that there will be 2 sets of single-person photos to be taken today. One set is for modern casual style, and the other set is for ancient costumes. Seeing the staff walking towards him, Jiang Zhi looked up and smiled politely. This smiling WeChat group has exploded again. His smile is too charming, isn't it? His eyes lit up when he laughed. I'm going to fan him now. Staff member A. Teacher, how do you address me? Jiang Zhi smiled politely again and said, my surname is Jiang. Staff A. Okay, Teacher Jiang, let me confirm today's shooting task with you again. According to the schedule, we will finish shooting modern casual clothing in the morning and then shoot a set of ancient costumes in the afternoon. As we need to do ancient style makeup, our lunch break is relatively short. We need to do makeup here at 1:30. Do you have any further questions? Jiang Zhi continued to smile and said, no more, thank you. Makeup group WeChat group. He is so polite and always smiles at the staff. He said his surname is Jiang Ai. He can't be Mr. Xiaotang's brother, can he? Age doesn't match. Mr. Xiaotang's brother isn't that young, he looks like he's in his early 20s. When the makeup artist was putting on Jiang Shangshang's makeup, he kept sighing beside him, it was really a godsend. His skin is also in good condition. Foundation make-up and concealer are useless. Also, where is his previous stylist? Who allowed you to make bangs for him? It's such an unnecessary move. Look, now I'm dividing my bangs into 4 or 6, exposing my forehead. I can't be too handsome. The shooting in the morning went very smoothly, with almost no scrap footage. During the filming, every look and every movement of Jiang Zhi were just right. This sense of relaxation doesn't seem like a newcomer at all. Not bad, Jiang Zhi does have some foundation. In his previous life, he had the experience of debuting as a boy group and dominating the film and television industry. Unfortunately, heaven envies talents and Dai's young Jiang Zhi stood there, cold and noble with a hint of casual laziness. Wearing the T-shirt, shorts, and hoodie from the Fox series on him, there is nothing unattractive, and it is the kind that everyone wants to buy the same style immediately to look good. After the morning shooting ended, Jiang Zhi politely said hard work to each photography teacher and studio staff, which once again gave Jiang Zhi a good impression. Who doesn't like tall, handsome, polite, and gentle handsome men? During lunch, Jiang Tang prepared a luxurious feast for his brother in his private restaurant. Brother, I've been working hard this morning. Ginger Candy picked up a large piece of fish and put it into a ginger bowl. Seeing the other party happily swallowing the fish and meat, Ginger Sugar also activated the dry rice mode. Compared to Jiang Zhi, who was eating leisurely on the side, Jiang Tang's appearance seemed a bit wild. Who would have thought that the cute and gentle girl's style of eating was like a whirlwind? Halfway through the meal, Jiang Tang suddenly remembered that the members of the morning filming team had told her that due to the schedule of the female artist, they could only advance the flat-screen shooting scheduled for tomorrow to this afternoon. That is to say, my brother will soon meet the actor who plays Io. I hope my brother will enjoy the romantic encounter she created. Jiang Tang held his rice bowl and said with a smile, "Oh, by the way. Brother, there will be a good-looking little sister with you this afternoon to take a costume cover. Aren't you curious who it is?" Chapter 08. First Love. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jiang Zhi put down the dishes and said word by word, "No. Good. Strange. Okay." Jiang Tang suppressed the urge to spoil the plot, and she wanted to see what expression her brother's face would look like in the afternoon. Jiang Zhi. Why do you have a bad premonition? At 1 p.m., Jiang Zhi arrived early in the lounge to wait for makeup. Not long after sitting, I saw a girl in the shape of an assistant push the door and walk in. She was stunned for a moment when she saw Jiang Zhi and said in shock, You, how could you be here? Jiang Zhi frowned, why can't I be here? However, looking at the iceberry pink tote bag held by the assistant, Jiang Zhi's memory of his death came back to his mind. Isn't this Qiu Meilin's assistant? My name seems to be Sasha. When filming on the set, I actually met several times. Can we say that the person who is going to shoot with him this afternoon is Qiu Meilin? Suddenly, as if thinking of something, the assistant looked at Jiang Zhi with a look of horror and said, You're not following us Meilin here. If you don't go out again, I'll call the police. Jiang Zhi was speechless for a moment. Do these people have any delusions of being victimized? Seeing Jiang Zhi stand up with a cold expression, the assistant trembled with fear and said, You, don't come over. Mom, I'm afraid. It is said online that this person once beat his roommate half to death in the dormitory. Jiang Zhi suppressed the urge to roll his eyes, but he was also a blind man poisoned by online information. Outside the door, accompanied by her agent Hong Ting, Qiu Meilin greeted the teachers of the filming team who were preparing one by one. Hearing screams coming from the restroom, Qiu Meilin and others quickly ran over. But just as she entered the door, Qiu Meilin was stunned in place. Jiang Zhi. Isn't he fired by the company? How could he be here? This is the Cultural and Creative Industry Center located in the Golden Commercial District of Licheng. And Qingzhou Company has become a leader in the cultural and creative industry in recent years. Before she could react, she heard her assistant Sasha speak harshly towards the staff at the door. "What's wrong with you? How dare anyone put us in the lounge? Can you afford to pay for scaring us, Miss Meilin?" Working personnel. She stared at Jiang Zhi again and said, "This is not the place you can stay, get out." Jiang Zhi smiled, looking at him with this gaze. He completely regarded him as a stalker and a bastard. Also, in the eyes of these people, Jiang Zhi should be like a mouse in a stinky ditch, rather than standing proudly in the artist lounge of this high-end enterprise like now. Misunderstanding. Misunderstanding. It's all misunderstandings. Finally, some of the staff on site reacted and quickly made a comeback. The director of the set said, "I'm sorry, it's all our fault. We didn't communicate well in advance to have today's misunderstanding." She walked up to a few people and introduced herself. "This is the IO actress sincerely invited by our company. The beautiful and gentle national goddess, Teacher Meilin." Then he looked at Jiang Zhi again and said, "This is Mr. Jiang, the actor who played Tu Shanai, chosen by us, Mr. Xiaotang." Xiao Meilin, her assistant, and agent all had expressions of surprise on their faces. They didn't hear it wrong, did they? Jiang Zhi actually plays Tu Shanai. Xiao Meilin's eyes quickly flashed a hint of disgust, but she quickly sorted out her expression. She then put on a gentle and harmless look and said, "We were also at fault for this, Sasha. Come and apologize." Under Xiao Meilin's unquestionable gaze, assistant Sasha reluctantly said sorry. Asterisk on set WeChat group. Is this also considered an apology? I don't want to accept it. Did we witness the assistant of a popular actress bullying a newcomer? Teacher Jiang is so miserable, but he is so well behaved and silent. Sisters, I know who Miss Jiang is. Who? In the morning, I said he looked a bit familiar, and combined with the expressions of Xiao Meilin and her assistant just now, I can be 100% sure that this man is Jiang Zhi. Who is it? Didn't you eat anything last week? It's the person who was rumored to have an affair with Xiao Meilin and was scolded on the hot search. Yes, I remember. At that time, Xiao Meilin's fans went crazy like slaughterhouses. At that time, I was also in the melon field, but the picture of Teacher Jiang in front of me and the online photo were completely different. Isn't Xiao Meilin also very different from people online? So eating melons rationally, don't be brainless. Asterisk the contract issued by Qingzhou Company only stated that Xiao Meilin would play the role of Io, without specifying who would play Tu Shanai. However, in the view of agent Hong Ting, Qingzhou Company's choice of Jiang Zhi as Tu Shanai is insulting her family's artist. Why did so many male actors find Jiang Zhi? Although the scandal has passed, the internet has a memory, and she can clearly remember the labels on Jiang Zhi. Is such a notorious artist worthy of collaborating with her beloved artist? At the worst, we need to hire a second-tier student. She wants to see whether in their eyes, the national goddess is important or this ordinary person is important. Hong Ting looked at the person in charge here with a displeased expression and said, "Are you always with Xiaotang?" "I am Hong Ting, Meilin's agent. There are some things I want to talk to her in person." "Hey! Who's looking for me?" Jiang Tang's voice came from a distance. "It's really Chow Chow, here he is." After Jiang Tang and the planning team finalized the wedding process in the video, they rushed to their brother's side without stopping, hoping to witness the romantic scene of their beloved meeting on site. But there was no pink bubble-like feeling in the lounge, but rather a hint of tension. Ginger candy. How is this fat thing? Hong Ting looked at the girl in front of her, feeling somewhat surprised. Is she Mr. Xiaotang? Looking at someone under 20 years old. I heard she is the youngest child of the Jiang family. Faced with a childish expression on Jiang Tang's face, Hong Ting suddenly understood why Chu Tang Company had done such a ridiculous thing. A pampered little girl from a wealthy family, this company is just her toy. Anyway, someone will clean up the mess for her in the end. But she doesn't look like a stupid person. Let's explain the pros and cons to her later, and I believe she will know what to do. Hong Ting said, Mr. Xiao Tang, can you take a step to speak? Jiang Tang saw that his brother had no objections and followed Hong Ting out. Jiang Tang asked, what can I do for you? Tell me. Mr. Xiao Tang, it's fortunate for your company to see Mimi Lin endorse her. After all, being recognized by one of the top cultural and creative enterprises, and collaborating on such a highly popular comic IP, is something that many artists dream of. Here, on behalf of Mei Lin, I would like to express my gratitude to your discerning eyes. But could your company consider other candidates when selecting Tu Shanai as the actor? Jiang Tang. Is there any problem with this now? Hong Ting looked at the girl's clear and foolish eyes and sighed, as far as I know, Jiang Zhi has been fired by Ellie Entertainment Company for personal reasons. You can easily investigate the specific reason. Mei Lin has always taken good care of this younger generation when we were on the set of Sword Comes. But as for him, he deliberately approached Mei Lin and even hired paparazzi to secretly shoot. Can you really trust him? Ginger sugar. Hong Ting continued, isn't the purpose of business operation just for profit? Recruiting such unscrupulous artists not only tarnishes the company's image, but also destroys your highly valuable IP, ultimately causing incalculable economic losses. Let me tell you this, our company refuses to cooperate with such unscrupulous artists. If you insist on using Jiang Zhi, we will immediately terminate our cooperation with your company. Which is more important, I believe you can make the right choice. Jiang Tang's expression was icy cold. Oh. Then let's terminate the cooperation. Chapter 09. Apology. You are listening at novelfull.audio. How could this be? Hong Ting was stunned and unable to speak for a moment. She actually chose Jiang Zhi. Are you crazy? Jiang Tang walked into the lounge with a strong tone of disappointment. Everyone, due to special reasons, the afternoon shooting has been temporarily cancelled. Assistant Sasha said displeasedly, why don't we just say we don't shoot? Do you know how many announcements and activities did Merrill Lynch push to make time for this afternoon's shoot? Jiang Tang. I really don't understand this. However, our company won't make you so difficult again in the future. After speaking, Jiang Tang tugged at Jiang Zhi's sleeve and strode away in the complex gaze of Chiu Mei Lin and others. Huazhan WeChat Group. Little sugar is always mighty, little sugar is always mighty, little sugar is always mighty, to be seconded and seconded. After Jiang Tang left, Chiu Mei Lin pondered the meaning of her last sentence. What does it mean that our company won't make you so difficult again in the future? And Hong Ting, why haven't you come back after going out for so long? At this moment, Sasha, the assistant beside her, received a call from Hong Ting. Mei Lin, Hong said she's already waiting in the car, let's hurry over. Upon hearing her assistant say this, Chiu Mei Lin suddenly felt a sense of unease in her heart. When the two of them saw Hong Ting, the opposite side was leaning against the car door, looking at her phone with a gloomy expression. Hong Jia, what exactly happened just now? Why does Xiao Tang always stop filming? Chiu Mei Lin couldn't help but ask. After hearing the three words, little sugar, Hong Ting's face became even more gloomy. The collaboration with Chu Tang turned yellow, damn it. Yellow. Chiu Mei Lin looked at her agent with beautiful eyes that she couldn't believe. Why, how could it turn yellow? Before coming, Xiao Tang always called me personally and said he was extremely looking forward to my arrival. Chiu Mei Lin covered her chest with her hand, looking as if she was about to cry. It's all because of Jiang Zhi's broom star. You can run into this decaying god no matter where you go, Hong Ting said angrily. Jiang Zhi, this kid, surprisingly found a support so quickly. I don't know what kind of enchanting potion he injected into this little candy, allowing him to protect him without any hesitation in front of her. After understanding the situation, Chiu Meilin's snow-white face became dull and pale. She tightly grasped the hands hanging on both sides of her body, allowing her slender nails to sink deeply into her palm. Mr. Xiaotang unexpectedly interrupted our cooperation for Jiang Zhi's sake. Jiang Zhi, why is he? She is a popular little flower nowadays, while he is nothing. Chiu Meilin suddenly remembered that when she was in the lounge, Jiang Zhi's gaze at her became cold and haughty. How dare he? He was clearly infatuated with her before. After returning to the company, the boss Jiang Yizhou became furious in front of Chiu Meilin when he learned that his cooperation with Chu Tang had failed. Industry insiders know that Zhang's new star entertainment is preparing to shoot the top-tier comic IP Fox, and the male and female leads have not yet been finalized. It is said that there is fierce competition from all parties. Anyone with some connections knows the relationship between Chu Tang and New Star Entertainment. According to insiders, Chu Tang's new product launch next month will be a warm-up for the film and television adaptation of Youhu. So, this collaboration with Chu Tang is beneficial without any harm. If Chiu Meilin could become the permanent spokesperson for Chu Tang, due to this opportunity, they would have climbed the big tree of the Jiang family, and have as many top-level IP resources as possible. However, they personally cut off the opportunity to soar. After pointing at Hong Ting and cursing for a while, Jiang Yizhou noticed that Chiu Meilin's face was very pale and her tone softened. It's okay, I'll personally call Mr. Xiaotang to apologize later. But tomorrow morning, you must take Meilin to Chu Tang and apologize in front of Mr. Xiaotang. Did you hear me? Anger returns to anger. After all, the other party is their own popular artist, and we cannot let her face down too much and make her feel resentful. Jiang Yizhou patted Chiu Meilin's shoulder and said meaningfully, people who have seen the scenery on the mountaintop will not be willing to go back to the foot of the mountain. I have high expectations for you, Meilin, you won't let me down, will you? Chiu Meilin's shoulders trembled lightly upon hearing this, and her eyes flickered slightly. I know what to do now, she said. Chu Tang Company, President's Office. Jiang Zhi held his coffee and stood by the window, quietly gazing at the scenery outside. Standing here, you can see the busiest neighborhood in Licheng. However, beneath the bustling exterior of this city, how many things are there like today? When a person is at the end of their life, the malice in the world seems to be infinitely magnified. In fact, for such a person, the most terrifying thing is not the lack of hope in life, but the fact that they have seen light before, but this beam of light has led them into deeper darkness. After meeting Chiu Meilin again, Jiang Zhi found that a certain obsession lingering deep in his heart suddenly dissipated. Brother, I'm sorry. Jiang Tang stood behind Jiang Zhi with his head down, like a child who had done something wrong. It's all my fault, it's my own fault. I thought my brother would become happier when he meets someone he likes. Jiang Tang said and burst into tears. How could they treat someone like this, without respect or equality in their eyes, with only blatant malice? They actually said so many derogatory things about their brother in front of her. As the boss of the company, she can make them leave with great dignity. But as a younger sister, she will never forgive them. Jiang Zhi turned around and gently rubbed his sister's head, saying, it's none of your business, you don't have to blame yourself. Jiang Tang looked at his brother's forced smile and secretly made up his mind. Brother, fly bravely. My younger sister will always accompany me. Brother, the filming in the afternoon has been paused. Shall I take you home or? Jiang Zhi shook his head and said, you still have work to do, don't worry about me. I want to go out and explore alone. Do you really need me to accompany you? Jiang Tang asked. Jiang Zhi smiled helplessly and said, I'm not a 3-year-old child, and I'm afraid I might get lost again. Jiang Tang said, okay. Grandpa said he would personally cook steamed sea bass tonight. Jiang Zhi. I got it. That afternoon, Mr. Jiang from the first-tier media made countless phone calls to the CEO's office of Chutang, but the phone line remained busy. The next morning, when Hong Ting and Chiu Meilin came to apologize with sincerity, they were stopped by the security guard outside the company door, not to mention seeing Jiang Tang. Under Chiu Meilin's sunglasses, her eyebrows furrowed and she was on the verge of collapse. Miss Hong. Let's go back. Hong Ting's face was uncertain. Damn it, you're really deceiving people. Isn't it just relying on the support of the Jiang family group behind us? Do you really think they have nothing to do? Let's go. Hong Ting finally glanced at the logo of Chutang Company with a mournful expression and pulled Chiu Meilin away. In the distance, watching the two of them leave in anger, Jiang Tang felt comfortable. The feeling of not being respected and treated was very uncomfortable, right? This is called treating others in their own way. Before dinner, the people from the publicity department came to ask for Jiang Tang's signature with the repaired photos and copy. Mr. Xiao Tang, this is a photo from the morning. We are planning to post a set of 9 grid photos on our official WeChat account at 9 p.m. Here is the copy. Chapter 10. Black Draft. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jiang Tang glanced at the photo and nodded in satisfaction, saying, it's not bad. Let's send it this way. Some people are born with a clothes rack, such as her brother. The new Chinese-style men's clothing in the Fox series is divided into 3 colors. Black, plain white, and mint green. The left chest of the clothes is embroidered with high-quality embroidery thread and a small and exquisite fox head, which is the first-generation image of Tu Shan'ai in the manga. In the first row of photos displayed by the publicity department, the plain white T-shirt made Jiang Zhi look as warm as jade, or in other words, it was Jiang Zhi who made this plain white garment more textured and elegant. In the second row, the whole person changed their style again. Jiang Zhi in the photo has bright and clear eyes, dressed in a mint green shirt, exuding a youthful aura. What's even more amazing is the last row of photos. Jiang Zhi, dressed in a black T-shirt, was seductive and arrogant, with sharp eyes and a sense of criticizing beauty. 9 photos, none of which are unsatisfactory. In the evening, Chutang's official WeChat account released this set of promotional photos on time, accompanied by the following text. #Fox in the wild at Fox Comics at a sugar candy. Not long after Jiogonggu posted it, many sugar powder fans came to grab the comment section upon hearing the news. Sleeping slot, so handsome. Everyone's hand speed is so fast, dog, this guy's looks are really amazing, handsome guy, who are you? 1 minute, I need all the information about this man. Are these photos all the same person? Mom, I love the last 3 pictures so much, he's really handsome in my heart. The picture is taken away. Under the reposting of fans, more and more people are joining the team of licking screens, because everyone brings the official WeChat entry when reposting, and Fox in the Wild has been sent to real-time hot search for a while. Sharp-eyed fans noticed that several small accounts were secretly poking and exposing information in the official WeChat comments. A person named user 786105511 commented, I know this person, who was a harassing man a while ago. User 786094710 immediately replied. I also know that colleague who bullied him and beat him half to death. His name is Jiang Zhi, you can search and find out. Along with these small accounts, there are also some marketing accounts. These marketing accounts carry the term Fox in the Wilderness, but they all post black posters with pictures. These pictures maliciously piece together photos of Jiang Zhi setting up a stall in the night market, which Qiu Meilin's fans described as an underground garage photo of a salty pig hand, and a photo of someone with a mosaic on their face being thrown outside the dormitory door. Another part of the Navy has started scrolling through the Chutang official WeChat account. Does the internet have no memory? Get the harassed man out of the entertainment circle at Jiang Zhi. Does the internet have no memory? Get the harassed man out of the entertainment circle at Jiang Zhi. Does the internet have no memory? Get the harassed man out of the entertainment circle at Jiang Zhi. Unknown melon-eating crowd. Zun du fa du. At first, the Chutang propaganda department thought it was just a malicious comment from a very small group of people, but as they watched the black material flying in the sky in an instant, they realized that this was a premeditated and organized framing. These marketing accounts and Shuijun posted the same black draft at the same time. Clearly someone was manipulating behind the scenes. The publicity department, while contacting their own boss, urgently controlled reviews, but their combat effectiveness was significantly weaker compared to those who only wanted money but didn't have face. After the control review failed, the publicity department can only choose to temporarily close the Weibo comment section. Some rational fans quickly realized. Whose cake did this person named Jiang Zhi touch? The other person is so anxious. In the old house of the Jiang family, the three of them sat in the courtyard on the first floor to cool off after drinking and eating. Jiang Zhenming lay on the bamboo chair, leisurely telling his siblings stories of the past. But Jiang Tang answered a phone call and his face was as heavy as water. She also browsed Weibo just now, and after 9.20, there were a large number of black comments and fans, and several hot searches related to her brother were almost all cursing. Based on what happened during today's day, Ginger Sugar basically locked in the mastermind behind the scenes. This incident made Jiang Tang understand that for some people, it is not just a small punishment and a big warning, but to break their wings and make them lose the ability to do evil. After careful consideration, Jiang Tang sent a pitiful emoji to his third sister Jiang Yi, who was far away in the city. To handle this kind of matter, of course, you need to find professional people. On the other hand, Haishir had already received the news. Jiang Yi has always been swift and decisive in her actions. Before the incident continued to escalate, she had already arranged for the public relations department to collaborate with New Star Entertainment to handle relevant matters. Just now, the onlookers discovered that the most impressive entertainment company in Liqing had issued a solemn statement and a lawyer's letter on its official WeChat account. Netizens have summarized three key information from the statement. 1. Jiang Zhi is actually a contracted artist of New Star Entertainment. 2. The online rumors about Jiang Zhi are all untrue. 3. New Star Entertainment will take all legal measures, including but not limited to filing civil lawsuits in accordance with the law, to pursue legal responsibility for these false statements online. With the release of this statement, there has been a bipolar reversal in the online situation. Some big verses quickly issued apology statements, and a large number of marketing accounts that were originally exceptionally active have cancelled their accounts. Some so-called passers-by immediately deleted their black reviews. The paparazzi who previously exposed the scandal between Jiang Zhi and Qiu Meilin recorded a video and sincerely apologized in the video, saying that he was distorting the facts for the sake of traffic and maliciously editing images, hoping that the other party could open up and not sue him. Some insiders have come forward to prove that Jiang Zhi is the pitiful little one who was bullied by former colleagues in the company. At the same time, a press release titled, "Amazing. 23-year-old actress just became famous and played big," was quietly brought up. The Jiang family quickly gained evidence that Hong Ting, a frontline media agent, spent money on buying popular black search and black communication articles. These pieces of evidence were sent to the work email of the frontline media boss that night. And the initiator was in a good mood after launching marketing accounts to target black people, and drank all night at the bar downstairs. By the time she woke up the next day, her life had undergone earth-shattering changes. First-line media is worthy of being a veteran in the entertainment industry for many years. When they learned that employees had acted recklessly, they immediately broke their swords and declared that they were clean. Our contract with Ms. Hong Ting expired last month, and Ms. Hong Ting's personal behavior does not represent the company. After the contract expired, Ms. Hong Ting impersonated our employees and incited public opinion online, seriously damaging the company's reputation. We will hold her legally responsible. The internet is not an illegal place, and we call on netizens to use it rationally. In this storm, Jiang Zhi watched his family killing him in all directions. If you want to ask him why he was just watching and didn't personally come out and beat the scum in the face. Because half of his 50-meter sword had just been drawn, his lovely sister and gentle elder sister had already killed him with one strike. At this moment, he suddenly realized that he was no longer alone. He has relatives with blood thicker than water. When it rains, they will give him an umbrella.